Hello, everyone. So,
Hello.
before we get really into this, I actually had a couple of questions, just because I figure why not. So, for one, more things I want to say. For one, I'm actually really, really glad that you're just so into this game, because I fucking adore it, and I'm
Oh,
happy
it's
to...
glorious.
I'm happy to have shared it with someone who is just so enthusiastic about it. The other thing I wanted to ask, because I know you're so into Yanderis, I was actually wondering, in this situation, would you call Angie a Yandere?
Hmm. Hmm. I wouldn't. It's close. It's very close, but not quite. Because she's
Uh,
not showing that devoted,
yeah,
nuts for you, nuts for you side. She's just got the sort of swaps to murdery
yeah, yeah, that's
from
fair.
normal calm. There's not sort of the romantic aspect to it.
Right,
If there was
right.
a romantic aspect where she seemed to really be in love with Bernd, and then when she went nuts, still have that sort of the creepy love thing while she's trying to get his blood, I'd call
Yeah,
that young.
yeah,
But
got it.
this, not as much.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I was just curious, but yeah, it lands somewhere close, but not exactly on. Because you're right, there's no love aspect, and, she's very much not doing this of her own free will, I guess you could even argue, where she kind of is, but, it's vampirism. Like, it's not some sort of mental thing. It's not like she could just hold herself back if she wanted to, kind of.
I
You know,
guess you could put it that way.
there's also that, but I mean that one's a little more arguable. I'm just saying also Yanderis are usually more crazy of their own volition, if that makes sense.
No, I wouldn't even give you that too much, but fair enough. Either way, let's
All right. Well, you could be Burr.
I guess now I'm now more sleepy than I needed to be.
I guess admittedly you're right. That's not really a good way to put it. Like a way to put it that I found interesting that someone put once, and you could argue this isn't always true even, but I remember someone once said that everyone is the hero of their own story. So you're right. Like Yanderis don't like they wouldn't assume that they're being evil. You know.
They don't realize that they're being crazy.
Yeah.
Oh
And
boy. Okay.
so, hmm?
I bet you this is one of those door mazes.
Yes, and look where we are. It is
The
Sweetland.
candy house. Oh boy.
So
All right, so we're back to the
I
entrance.
think there's a way to solve this
Just always
directly,
go
but I just
left.
kind of
That's always the right answer. Just go left, young
actually,
man, go left.
I think in this case it might not. I'm trying to remember. Oh, there we are. Hey, look who it is. It's you. You were kind of a dick to me before you
You know what's
died,
better?
you know.
You know what's awesome?
What?
I was technically right. You could have gone left each time and won.
You know what? I think you're right. Where's our breadcrumb? I can't seem to actually talk to her. Is our breadcrumb? Oh, okay, maybe it's to the left here.
Nope.
Ah,
Well, you can go that way.
actually, I can't.
Go down and over there. There you
Go.
go.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. Over here, and here's the breadcrumb. Who?
Stop being a derp. You're derp bean. That's what you
Hey,
are.
I'm sorry.
You're green dirt.
I just wanted to make it more exciting. What if we got lost in the woods and died? That would have been different.
I don't know why, but I get the feeling I must continue forward. Little Ange. I need to look for Ange. Surely she's crying all by herself.
I've been thinking, and speaking of translation things, because I think we brought it up earlier, maybe he does call her something like this, but I wouldn't be surprised if little Ange is just a leftover of the,
I do feel like that's probably something where there's a flaw in the translation.
Yeah, because I feel like it's maybe what he's doing is calling her a, I forget what they're
I'm
called, like
betting
a
that's
suffix?
probably like Ange-chan or something like that. And
Yeah,
it's just giving.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's some kind of suffix or whatever, or prefix, whatever they call those.
First 150 shots didn't even graze the target. But after 300 shots, they slowly started to hit. After 500 shots, misses have become fewer than hits. Now, surely. And in that time, Cynthia was killed. I didn't quite understand the reason. Cynthia was killed by a nonsensical custom the villagers created from made-up circumstances. By perhaps what is, to Ange, a most cruel method. Just when I thought I was able to make up with Cynthia, she disappeared right from before me. Ever since that time, I started to question the things the villagers do. Why does Ange need to be killed? And just, yeah, we've seen that already.
Just do what I say, I'm going to go take a nap.
Hey!
I need a nap, son!
Damn it. So it isn't even worth listening to what I have to say, huh?
Old people need a lot of sleep.
It's always been like this. My father wouldn't even listen to me. However much I try, however desperately I insist, to my father it's all just the same, as if I were a mere insect. And not just my father. Nobody in this village even tried to lend me their ear. Cynthia was killed due to this after all, right? Such self-centered, insular, self-righteous. This village should just go to ruin. Well then, fine. If they're going to be like that, I have an idea. It's fine even if I have to go this alone. I will defy even the whole village. I will absolutely not let Ange be executed. I've decided this, after all. Father, about yesterday, I thought about some more and changed my mind. I was the one wrong. So when will Ange's execution be performed?
I see. The execution will be at the beginning of the next month. Depending on preparations, it will be explained in detail at the meeting.
Yes, understood. Next month, depending on preparations, huh? After all, I want to become stronger.
Oh, the clock stopped moving.
That's a worry.
It's probably only good signs. I mean, Solomon Grundy only took ill on Thursday.
Well, we are to Thursday. Damn, this is going fast. I mean, what was it, 4? Oh, no, then again. What was it, 4 videos to get to Thursday with the other one as well?
I'm not sure. It feels like more, but I could be wrong. It might not.
Oh, well, we'll find out, I suppose.
A gloomy morning. Oh, yeah, it was whatever. No one cares. Let's go bug Angie. Hey, do you want to kill me again?
Ah, and good morning. It somehow looks dark today, doesn't it?
Ah, Burr. Good morning.
Huh? Ange, what is it? You don't look so well, but do you feel ill or anything?
Burr. It's nothing.
I see. I guess it's fine then. But, Ange, if there's ever anything, you can tell me anytime, okay? Like if you're feeling unwell or anything. I might not be able to be counted on, but if I can do it, I'll do it.
Alright.
Ange doesn't seem very cheerful. I guess in the end, it's perhaps because of the dream she saw yesterday. So then, I'll be going to the other side now. God.
I'm glad you're here for me, Burr.
Really? Is that so?
Yes.
Oh, look at that blush.
It's pretty.
You too.
He does.
Then I guess that's great. Look at the bed.
Yeah.
Has that gotten dirtier? Look, the pillow looks like it's become trashed.
Yeah. That is
As
dirty.
dirty as this, Ange must find this really unpleasant. I must for Ange.
I mean, it's, it feels like it has. I kind of wonder, and I'll admit, something I would have liked even on this side, specifically for the bed, is if it got more torn up. Because it's supposed to be dirty, but I feel like maybe the idea is that she's been ripping through the sheets a little bit. Maybe. I don't know. Otherwise, there's just some very messed up sheets. Like,
Well, there's definitely tears in those.
Yeah, exactly.
And that part looks bloody.
Yes, it does. So, I think the idea is that she's supposed to be ripping through it, but it's looked messed up, like, almost this whole time.
Can't seem to put any more strength into my body. Everything feels like it's spinning. Thump.
Burr?
Ange. Huh? What happened to me?
Burr, you were falling over. So you were indeed trying to push your limits, weren't you? It was you who felt unwell, right?
I guess Ange is Ange in the end.
What are you saying? Hey, isn't there anything I can do?
Then I think I'd like to eat something salty.
Alright then. Yes, here.
This is...
Something salty.
Ange, thanks. So I feel more energetic now.
I see. Then that's great.
Yes, and here, these are yours, Ange.
Eh? But I'm alright. You can eat them all, Burr.
They feel more delicious if the two of us eat them together.
Guess there's no helping it, is there? When you say that much, speaking of which, had something like this in the past, haven't we?
Now here's the question.
Yeah.
We know that Cynthia and the fairies aren't real.
Yeah.
Where did she get the pretzels?
I was actually about to ask that. That was bugging me a little bit. It doesn't make much sense that she actually obtained food. I don't know where the heck she would have found some. I could argue there is some stored somewhere here, but that seems unlikely. Normally people don't just leave pretzels around decaying buildings.
And those would be some nasty pretzels, too.
They probably would be. I imagine they'd be pretty moldy by now.
Huh. Well, we'll find out. So let's just keep going.
I mean, it's no big deal, even if they don't explain it very well. It's just very weird. Though you were so cute back then, Burr.
But now I seem cool, right?
Guess we'd like to return to those old times.
I don't want to return to the past at all. I want to become an adult sooner, and then... So now that I feel all energetic, I guess it's time to head out today again.
Yeah, so they don't really explain that, but oh well. That line of his definitely makes a lot more sense on his side. I guess it kind of makes sense on
Although,
both sides. Hmm?
he just says something salty. It doesn't say that it is pretzels.
This is true.
So maybe it was some leftover of what they had eaten these last couple nights.
Yeah, it's actually very possible. Cause yeah, on his end it never does specify what exactly they share. That just it is. So you're probably right. She probably, he probably has been bringing her food that she's barely been eating because she's a vampire, and she was just like, "Here, have some food back." That would make more sense. I like that theory. Okay, she still says that. I'm glad you're here. Well, let's just get the fuck out. Later, Ange. I don't need you. I need to walk through the corridors of time itself. On to grand adventure. And maybe fight more bears with bees.
Ah.
Or not. I guess there's just nothing here this time. There was an obstacle that one time, and I guess the rest of it, they're just like, I don't really need obstacles. Okay.
It's just like, well, you got rid of the bear, so...
Good job. I guess it's, we got another goat corpse. That's what I always wanted, more dead goats. I'm amazed that no one seems to have noticed so far. Like, the food I can kind of understand. It sounds like our family is pretty wealthy, but, like, we're just outright stealing
But the goats, yeah, the killing the goats. Uh-oh.
Oh. Are you going back, Bernd?
There he is. Father! Why, before now you...
I was always here. You haven't noticed? Well, I was hidden, though. With my super ninja vampire hunting
all that
powers.
time before now.
Ah, yes, of course. And I know that on Monday you've taken that vampire out to somewhere into the forest to shelter her in a certain hideout.
Could you really... all of it...
Bernd, you're too naive about everything. Did you really think you could actually sneak past me with the shallow thinking of a beginner? I thought something was strange when you suddenly stopped protesting. What do you intend to do, locking up the vampire in a place like that? Well, maybe his father isn't so dumb as I thought.
Even though you never even tried listening to anything I say. Do you really think you're able to talk with me about something like this, like that right now?
Bernd, do you really think what you're doing right now is for Angie's sake? You always say you want to become stronger, but to become stronger means to become an adult who can truly accept what reality is. Right now, you are merely running away from the reality right before you. All you're doing is brandishing your self-serving, self-centered way of thinking. For me, you see, I thought of Angie as if she truly was my daughter, 'cause that girl's father was a close friend. Also, Angie looked like she was certainly sustaining her sense of self, but she is quite a vampire. Even vampires can, sometimes, if they're low level, maintain their sense of self. Vampires are our enemy. She has now changed in every way from the human she originally was. The Angie you and I once knew has already been killed. The way she is now certainly matches Angie in appearance, perhaps, but is now nothing more than a mere monster. Well, what is a... What is a...
What is a man?
There you go. Besides a miserable little pile of secrets. But enough talk. Have at you.
I feel like that's about to happen. I feel like we're getting to the part where I'm expecting Bernd to say, enough talk, have at you.
Yeah. That'd be pretty great. Each that vampire would be for Angie's sake, too. As she is right now, Angie won't be summoned to God, and will suffer for eternity.
We're bringing God into the equation. That never ends well.
No, it doesn't. And I guess my Castlevania analogy there wasn't too bad. Surely you understand too, because that girl is kind. It is most painful for her to become any... It is most painful to her more than anything to hurt others. If you really want to save Angie, if you really want to become stronger, think about what you should do. Surely
what I
you'd
should do is
understand.
throw a knife into your forehead.
I mean, I'm not saying he isn't an asshole, but I will say that at the very
What
least...
the hell?
Oh, that's a thing. At the very least...
I think we're being followed.
I think so, too. I feel like in this game, more than a lot of others I've played, I actually feel like the villagers have... And I'm not saying they're right, but I feel like they have a point. I see the reasoning behind their actions, even if their actions themselves aren't just, if that makes sense.
I guess, but not really.
I mean, we've seen what Angie can do.
I can see the reasoning behind any criminal's actions. There's always a reason. It doesn't mean that it's a good reason.
Well, no, I'm just saying that we've seen what Angie can do. Like, I'm not saying it won't be...
Yeah, when we weren't feeding her. Then we started feeding her, and she was fine. She hasn't had any problems since we started making sure she got fed.
That is true, actually.
Ange, this is serious. We need to escape quickly, or else... Ange? We need to hurry and flee this way with me. Oh, here we go.
Wow. That theory didn't hold up for long.
Again.
Run away from the attacking vampire, however, unlike before, there is not only one button required to press to call out. You must press both required commands in order to call out. Okay.
This turns for Z and A. I imagine it wouldn't be that hard to rattle on Z and A really quickly.
No, not really. Once again, she kind of gets a free hit off just because it's still hard to run like when she first starts up. But yeah, no, this is pretty easy though. It feels a little derpier. Oops. Okay. It actually does feel a little weirder to have to like move my hand so I can hit both of them, but it isn't impossible. Okay, but, like, seriously.
I imagine you could just put fingers on A and Z and rattle back and forth.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Ange, listen to me.
Oops. My question is, and they don't explain this well, is I wonder if you're supposed to do it simultaneously or alternating. It seems like it's alternating.
I just want to save you.
Because before I was doing it at the same time, and it seems like they want you to alternate A and Z. There we go. Yeah, alternating A and Z works really damn well.
Yeah. Ange, please wake up. The real Ange would certainly not want to do something like this.
Though it isn't like it's impossible to wake her from her bloodlust.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
And if you give her a lot of companionship, that stops the insanity. I mean...
It seems to be the idea, yeah. So all you need to do is friendship. Friendship is vampires. I want that show now.
Oh God.
Whew.
But yeah, seriously, I mean, The reason given for why vampires are sad creatures and that they go insane is because they don't have companionship, because they can't live with humans. But it feels like they could if you did it right.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like there's just a bit of a misunderstanding between everyone, and if people and vampires and everyone just hung out, it would probably be okay.
Anyway, your
Whew, that
lines.
was a great meal. Somehow I feel tired. Guess I'll try to go sleep now then.
And now we know why she kept feeling tired after the meals.
Yeah. What?
What do I do? With Ange like that, there's no way I'll be able to take Ange along to flee. If there's some kind of clue as to what to do, guess I'll also go to sleep. Wow, it just takes you straight to bed.
Yeah, this one's like you don't get an option to go anywhere else. Straight to bed. This is what you've got to sleep.
This morning is the most unpleasant one so far. I feel like I missed a line there.
Oh yeah, he said it's for Ange. Purr.
Ah, Ange, good morning again.
Purr.
Oh god, here it comes. Ange? Damn it, again? Oh, here we go.
Woo! Yeah, this isn't very... As you might have noticed, this isn't actually very difficult. Though I am glad they give you a health meter rather than having it be insta-kill.
Yeah.
Because I have gotten hit a few times just off the... But really all you gotta do is run around the table.
And surely you really know what's happening, right? So surely.
Though it would be
How can I
interesting...
just give up here?
It's funny because a lot of games would read this as a meter or something, so it would be interesting to hear how this game reads it. I wonder if it's a set number of times you have to press or something.
I don't know.
Oh, she's not done. Oops.
Oh.
Well then. Never mind. I was ready to... I don't know why. I thought that usually it's just 3 times.
How could things become as odd as this? This is no good. As things are, this won't end. I need to evacuate into another room for a little. So I guess we have to get out.
Yeah.
How is this?
Oh no.
Eh?
Ha 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 ha!
What?
I'm bad at laughing. I'm bad at fake laughing. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna be killed.
Huh?
Eh?
Burr, what is it?
Ange? You're Ange, right? Oh, I remember this. I remember this too.
Yeah.
And I was going, but wait, what? Oh! And remember when you were playing as Ange, you heard him as having a argument with Cynthia right before this, I think.
Yeah, and I think this is actually the part where when you're playing as Ange, he says, like, Ange again and again.
Yeah, it is, where he starts to just go, Ange, 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 Ange. You turned back to sanity just in time?
Oh, right, Burr, that scream a moment ago, was that you?
Yeah. It's nothing, just for the moment I saw incorrectly, you see.
Saw incorrectly?
That's right. So you don't have to worry, Ange.
Is that so? Yeah. Yes, I see. The one Ange you and I once knew has already been killed. The way she is now certainly matches Ange in appearance, perhaps, but is now nothing more than a mere monster. Huh?
Oh, Ange, why did things become like this?
That is a fair question, but I believe it is about time for us to bid you all adieu.
Adieu.